Hello and welcome to Talk TV. This is for you, the viewer of Channel 41 Analog. You know that your days are numbered and you're going to have to switch over to digital if you want to keep getting our signal. I'm joined today by the Vice President of Channel 46, KPVM, Ronda Van Winkle. Rhonda, give us a little lowdown on what's about to happen.
Well, Doug, thank you. Just as you said, Channel 41 is going to be going away, and all of you out there who are still using your analog TV and just getting us through a regular analog antenna, you need to be aware that very, very soon, I mean within a matter of days, really, less than 2 weeks, your signal will no longer come through on your regular TV. So we wanted to talk to you about what you need to do to get switched over to digital and all the steps there are to do that.
A lot of people are intimidated by it, and really it's pretty straightforward and simple, isn't it?
It's really not that difficult. It seems like it might be. And I think most people, their challenge is either you're seniors out there and you're thinking, I don't know how to do any of this, or maybe it's too expensive because you're on a budget and you have to stay within that budget and get by. So I'm here to let you know what your options are so that you can still get free local TV. And that's the nice thing, Doug, is that if you get switched over to the digital signals, you're going to get a lot more TV stations or channels for free.
Right. Well, how do we go about doing that now? If somebody, first off, someone has an old style analog TV set, they haven't switched over and gotten their new flat screen. So you have an old TV, you don't want to get rid of it. And how are you going to pick up the digital signal?
Okay. Well, the first thing you can do is if you want to keep that television and you're just determined to keep it, then you will need what's called a digital converter box. And you can purchase these boxes at Walmart, at Radio Shack, Kmart, all these different places. Of course, here in Pahrump, we have Walmart and Radio Shack. Mm-hmm. I think those are the only two places that have them. People seem to be able to get them recently. They were running short on them. I think they got some in. Rod's TV is helping us with that. So if you think, yeah, I can get a converter box, but I have no idea what to do with it, you can hook it up yourself. So it depends if you're savvy with that. If you're not, then Rod's TV can help you, and it's a free service. Mm-hmm. So what he does is he'll come to your home. There's no charge. Normally he would charge $20 for a service call. So he's waiving that fee to come to your home. And he can hook up the converter box for you, and he can show you how to get all the local channels. And I believe there are 19 free channels now if you switch over to digital, where maybe before you were getting 5 or 6, right, you're going to get 19. So that's really nice.
That's the Pahrump channels and the Las Vegas
channels. Yes. So for instance, KPVM, what you're used to is Channel 41, you're only getting one of our 4 channels now. You're getting the Ion Network, which we're affiliated with. So you're getting Criminal Minds and Ghost Whisperer and Law and Order and our news. However, we have another channel, which is 46.2, and it's a movie channel. So it's called This TV. It has movies 24/7, and it also airs our news at a different time. So if you aren't at home at 5 o'clock to see our news, you can catch it at 6 o'clock on This TV. But if you don't have This TV, you're not getting it. So once you switch over to digital, you'll have our regular Ion, which is 46.1 now. Mm-hmm. You'll have This TV, which is 46.2.
Which we're showing right here.
Yes, there it is. All the movies. And you can see there's quite a variety of stars and movies. There's a lot of blockbuster movies, and they range, from some of the older movies, but very popular still, to newer movies now. You see there's Poltergeist. You saw Patrick Swayze there, and just a lot of really well-known movies. Mm-hmm. A lot of good stuff out there. So, and in addition to this channel that you're showing now, which is This TV, and again, you have to have your digital signal to get this, we also have channel 46.3, excuse me. And 46.3 is more geared towards the seniors. And it has, we have a local show called Young at Heart. So we do that show. And it also has some of the older movies maybe some of the black and whites, just programming that our seniors are familiar with, that they really love from back in the day, that they like to watch now and they relate to. So that's our senior TV channel. And then thanks to you, we have 46.4 going. And what I mean by that is we have a TV guide now, and you'll see it here in just a minute. But
yeah, let me pull that up there.
Okay.
Let's see.
You're going to be seeing that we have a TV guide. There it is. And there you are on a different show talking, a different day. And so we'll have the picture up in the screen, and below it, to the left, you see there's a 46.1, a 46.2, and a 46.3. And then if you read to the right, you'll find out what the programming is. And you have 2 hours of programming up at a time, I believe. Is that 2 hours?
Yes.
And so at the top there in blue, you'll see the times, and under it, you're going to see the programming. So you'll be able to see if a movie's on or one of your favorite shows, whether news is on, whatever. On the senior TV network, we actually have news at 8 a.m. And a lot of people don't know that because they aren't getting the digital channel yet.
Right.
But the nice thing is once you get all 4 of our digital channels, that TV guide that you have right there that you just showed, they're going to be able to see what's on all 4 of our channels. And we used to have that TV guide that did that we sent out. And it wasn't cost effective anymore to do that. So people are definitely missing their TV guide. We know you are. So now you will have a TV guide that you can just pull up. You can just go to 46.4, check out your TV guide for our particular local 4 stations, 4 channels that you'll be able to get. So it's very convenient. And again, so some of the things that you're going to need to do is get that converter box. That's number 1 if you want to keep your analog TV. You can hook it up yourself, because you're going to go from your antenna to the converter box to the TV. However, if you don't want to do all that, just call Rod's TV, set an appointment with him. And do you have Rod's phone number?
Sure do, right
Great.
here.
So that number on the screen there, that's Rod's TV. Give him a call. He will set up a time with you. Again, it's free. There's no fee for him to come do it. However, it would be very, very appropriate to tip him, because right now gas is, $3-4 a gallon. And if he has to drive across town, it would definitely be apropos for you to give him a tip. He's not going to charge you the $20 fee, but please give him a tip if you can. You don't have to, but if you're able to, it would be much appreciated or greatly appreciated. So in the meantime, we wanted to talk about antennas, but I think you were saying we've got to go to a break first.
Yes, we do. But we will be right back after this. Okay, we're back. We're talking about getting converted over from your analog to your digital signal in order to pick up all of the channels here in Pahrump that you're going to want to watch. And I'm with our vice president here at KPVM, Ronda Van Winkle, and we're going to talk about antennas. So take it away, Rhonda.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, we were talking about antennas when we went to break, and you may wonder, well, I have an antenna on my roof, from my analog and TV. Can I use that? The answer is yes, you can use your analog antenna that has been on your roof, or maybe you have rabbit ears. You can use that. However, the analog antennas are not accepting the digital signal as well as a new digital antenna would. So let me give you a for instance. Here in Pahrump, KPVM, which is us, we have 4 channels. Now, there's another local station in Pahrump also, and they have multiple channels. Vern and I have our analog, our original antenna up on the roof. We have a digital TV. So now we are getting the signal from our antenna to our TV. However, we are getting all 4 of our channels, but we are not getting the other station's channels at all, not even fuzzy. And part of the reason for that is because they repeat from Mount Potosi. They don't repeat from here in Pahrump like we do. Right. So the analog antenna sometimes doesn't pick it up as well as it would if it were here local. So if we had a digital antenna, we would probably be picking up those other 3 or 4 channels that the other station is offering, where we aren't now. So keep that in mind, that there's a lot of channels out there available. A lot of them are coming from over the hill, including one of the local stations in Pahrump and some from Las Vegas. The digital signal is coming from Mount Potosi. So there's a possibility your analog antenna may not pick them up as well.
And the new antennas, the new digital antennas really don't cost very much. The indoor rabbit ear style.
No, as a matter of fact, Family Dollar has a digital, like a rabbit ears type of antenna for $10.
Yeah.
So you can get one, relatively easy at Family Dollar. And not only that, but now Rod's TV has probably a nicer digital antenna. It's a little bit more powerful, a little bigger, and I think it's like $25 that you can get from Rod's TV. So you can get some of the equipment you need from him if he comes to help you. So just wanted to give you an idea of how that antenna works. Now, sometimes with the analog antenna, you'll get the signal fine, but you'll see a little bit of breakup here and there. Kind of just looks like digital breakup,
right.
or, and that may be because of the analog antenna also. So it's really not bad, though. So I don't want to give you a false idea of it being bad, because a lot of people are using their analog antennas and they're doing just fine. I just want to let you know that if you do hook up with your old antenna, and if you're having some challenges, that may be the reason why. You might have to go ahead and upgrade to a digital antenna. So it's not a huge deal. And again, Rod's TV can help you when he's out there. Go ahead and test everything, see what channels you're getting. He'll let you know immediately if you need to upgrade to a digital antenna or not. That's his job. He's been in the TV business for over 15 years. He knows exactly what he's talking about. I've had a lot of people call here. By the way, Rod, I want to let you know, a lot of people have called and wanted me to thank you for doing such a good job. So, Rod, if you are watching, thank you very much for doing such a great job for the community, because he's really helped a lot of people. Yesterday morning, he helped 3 people. Wow. Just in the morning, and that's a lot. He drives to this house, he drives to that house.
Good guy.
So he's done a lot.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, we've talked about the old analog sets and the digital converter boxes, but the absolute easiest way to go about it is just get yourself a brand new digital TV and hook your antenna up and scan, and you're in business.
Exactly.
Simple as anything.
Yes, if you can put it in your budget to get a high definition TV from Walmart or Radio Shack or wherever, that is really the best way to go. And the reason why is sometimes with the converter boxes, especially the ones that the government was giving to people, which they aren't now, we've had some people who have challenges. On .4, for instance, the signal is a little bit thinner. And so they weren't getting the audio because it has to go through a box first and then come to the TV. So sometimes the converter box is just not the best way to go. The easiest and best way to go is to get a new television if you're able to.
Yeah.
So, for instance, Walmart has some pretty good prices. I think a lot of people think that these new high definition TVs are just all outrageous, but a lot of you are fine with like a 19-inch TV, and you can get them for $100 and something. It's not way out there. Yeah. So, even if you save up for it for maybe a couple months or something like that. I know Kmart had some really good sales on TVs, and the thing is, you can order these over the internet if you want. So if you're looking for a converter box and they don't have one in Pahrump, or if you're looking for a TV and they don't have one in Pahrump, you can go on the internet, or have your family help you if you need to. Go on the internet and order what you need, and it'll be shipped right to you. And then Rod can help you with that. If you get a new TV and you don't know how to hook it up to your antenna, Rod can help you with that. So we're trying to make it as easy as possible to switch from analog to digital. It's the new age. Everybody's they're gonna force everybody to do it, unfortunately.
We don't want to hear from you the day after we've thrown the switch.
Yeah. It'd be better if you could do it before, and you're definitely running out of time, because you don't want to miss any of the news. You don't want to miss what's going on around town. And right now, KPVM has the only daily news source on a regular basis since 1997 with video and audio, so you can really see what's going on. And so it's really important, if you can, to make sure you're getting switched over.
All right, good deal. Okay, we're going to go to break again. When we come back, we're going to need your help to talk to your friends who don't get our signal at all. And those are the folks who are on satellite TV without the hookup. I know some of you out there do have it. We'll talk about that, but let's help your friends out who don't get us at all, and we'll be talking about that right after this.
Tobacco Express is under new management, and we want you to know that we're your one-stop shop for your tobacco rolling needs. Cigarettes, specialty liquors, beer and wine, cigars, video poker and keno, novelty items, and even hookah accessories. Stop by and check out all of our new inventory and special gift sets. Why pay more? Tobacco Express. Discount prices on quality items. Visit us at 1190 East Highway 372 next to Grocery Surplus, or give us a call at 727-5353.
There we go, a promo from Ion TV. If you currently have Channel 41, you get to see these programs all the time. They really have a great lineup of programming on this channel.
They do have a super lineup. It's a Nielsen rated programming, Ion is, and they have really highly rated shows, Law and Order, Criminal Minds, just a bunch of good stuff, movies. And we want to make sure you're able to keep this programming. Right now, if you're watching it on Channel 41, it will become Channel 46.1 very, very soon, within the next, well, depending on when you're watching this, it could be any day.
Yeah.
So it's going to happen very, very soon. And we also wanted to show everybody again maybe what they're missing, because if they have Channel 41 now, that means they aren't getting Channel 46.2 either. At all.
Right.
And that's called This TV, and I think you have that to show everybody again.
I believe we've got that here. Let's take a look.
This TV is a movie channel, and it consists of MGM movies. You're going to recognize a lot of people here. There's Sylvester, Keanu Reeves, and just big blockbuster movies, and some of them are older. Kurt Russell there. Mm-hmm. Some of them are older and some of them are newer, but they're all big movies, really popular movies. Yeah. And it's really nice to have a 24-hour movie channel that you are not getting charged for. You know, on satellite or things like that, you're going to be charged to have a movie channel. And I think it's important, especially in this economy, that you're able to get something for free over the air. And that's a good reminder to everybody that the 19 channels you can get once you switch from analog to digital are all free. You are not charged for them whatsoever. So if you have cable now, if you have satellite now, any of those you're being charged. You can get free TV if you need to.
Okay, well now we need to talk to people who can't even hear us talk to them. We need to get the word out like we used to do back in the day by word of mouth to tell the people who strictly have satellite service. And I run into them all the time. They say, well, I wish I could watch your show, but you're not on my satellite. So
right.
What do we do for them? Or
even if you know of somebody who's on satellite and thinks they can't get us, anybody on satellite can get the local stations, all of us. And the challenge is when they hooked you up to satellite, they probably told you were going to get your local channels. Well, they weren't speaking of local Pahrump. They were speaking of local Las Vegas, which is a shame because obviously we're not in Las Vegas. So local should mean Pahrump. It's not rocket science, Doug. So anyway, you may not be getting your local channels. If you have satellite TV and you would like to get the local channels, or if you know of somebody, you can tell them this. In the front of your box, if you currently have Dish Network, you have a receiver. And there is a over-the-air module that slips right into there to get the local channels. And you scan them right in, and then when you go to your menu, your schedule, you pop it up and doop, 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 there's channel 46.1, 2, 3, and 4. For instance, Vern and I have Dish Network. And I have no problem getting all 4 of our channels. And here I go. I just go to the schedule. I go up to channel 46.1. I can watch the news. I can watch whatever we have without any problems. So it's possible. Some of
You
you
use the the Dish TV remote to
yes,
do all this?
yep,
Nice.
yep. I don't even have to touch my television or anything. And then if we're talking about Dish Network right now, we aren't talking about DirecTV. On Dish Network, you may have a receiver that has that module already in it. For instance, mine did. The receiver I have automatically had that module in it, so they could hook it up no problem. You may be able to find out by looking at the front of your receiver. If there's a K on it, there's a number and then a K. The K means kill the receiver, which means you don't have the module that you need. If there is no K, there's a possibility that you have that receiver in there. We just have to get you hooked up. And Community Dish right here in town can help you with that. So here's what they do. You get a hold of Community Dish, and it is important to call Community Dish, because if you just look up Dish Network, you're going to end up with somebody in Las Vegas who could care less about your local channels. Yeah. So
it's
you
almost
need
like they're against us.
Yeah. And I see you have Community Dish's phone number. It's Bill and Deb Barney. They live here in Pahrump. They have a business in Pahrump, and they're very helpful. They will let you know if your receiver has an over-the-air module in it or not. If it does not, they can let you know how to get one. However, I can let you know if you don't have one, you can call Dish Network and complain and get one sent to you. You will have to get to a manager to do it, but it will be sent to you free. Otherwise, if you order one, they want to charge you $40 for it. And since you were told you'd have your local channels, they should not charge you to get that over-the-air module.
Exactly.
So, I mean, there's always a loophole, right? Right, guys? It's not always black and white. Push the envelope. Step past the line.
That's not good customer service when they tell these people, yep, you're going to get your local channels. And say, I thought we had some channels in Pahrump that we were going to get.
Exactly. And that's because they're calling Las Vegas people and they don't even know it. They look in the Pahrump phone book or they look online and they get Dish Network's phone number and they don't even realize they're talking to a Vegas office. So everybody, let me educate you, please. If you call to get the service for Dish Network, ask, is this the local office in Pahrump? Is this Community Dish? Is this Bill and Debbie Barney's place? Ask, because they can help you. And you can get all set up where you have Dish and you have your local channels and everything's hunky-dory. They can get you going.
So if there's someone out there, say somebody watching this program right now, they do have a friend or family member who's on satellite and they say, I would like to get that. Can the people at Community Dish help anybody out on Dish Network, even if they do happen to have their service coming from someone in Vegas?
They can. They can help anybody with Dish Network. There is a fee. I mean, they don't come out for free. Dish Network does not come out for free, Bill and Debbie Barney. But they will help you first over the phone. They'll have you look at your receiver. They'll have you give them the number for your receiver so that they can find out, first of all, if you even have an over-the-air module. They will ask you, do you have an antenna? If you don't, then maybe you want to call Rod's TV first, have him put the antenna in free, because Dish will charge you to do that. So you can go through the services that are free first and then have them finish helping you. And Rod will direct you too. So if you want to do that and you call him out, he'll do his part and then he'll tell you what to do next.
He's a good guy.
He's a very good guy. Very good guy. And then, but it's a little different, however, if you want DirecTV, which is a different satellite company. Especially for those of you who want the Sunday ticket when football season comes around, because some of you are like, hey, I have to have DirecTV because I have to have my Sunday ticket. If that's the case, it's a little bit different. DirecTV, this is the local phone number for DirecTV. Don't call Las Vegas company. It's the same deal. You need to ask for the local office, support your local economy and businesses. Tell them that you would like the local channels. You will have to hook up an antenna still. They will teach you how to go between satellite and your antenna. And it's as easy as really going up and down on your TV remote. So what you would do is you would put down your DirecTV remote and you would use your television remote. Just go up and down. You go up and boom, you're there. Channel 46.1, 2, 3, and 4. You can go back down and boom, you're back on DirecTV. It's really not that hard. So you can get us whether you're on DirecTV or you are on Dish. You can still have access to all your local channels, and local news is the biggest deal. When something's happening in town, we have it on first. And no disrespect to the paper, but they come out on Wednesday and Friday. If something happens Monday, you've got to wait till Wednesday to find out about it if you're waiting for the paper. However, if you're watching our news, it's bam, it's on the spot. You're going to find out what happens that night. Yeah. So, it's to your advantage to have television direct from Pahrump.
Exactly. Get on the local TV.
Yes.
Let's talk briefly about what the Senior Center here in Pahrump is doing for seniors, because let's face it, in this economy, seniors can suffer more than anybody else being on their fixed income, and they're doing a service to them by providing them with the way to get this digital hookup.
Well,
right?
For instance, there are several of you who got the boxes from the government, and since then you have upgraded to a digital TV and you don't need the converter box anymore. And so with that, if you can donate those boxes to the Senior Center, they're giving them to the seniors who are in need to get a box, who can't afford one. Nice. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for people to donate their converter boxes to the Senior Center. Therefore, the Senior Center can donate them to the seniors, help Rod's TV get them hooked up and everything so that they have their local television.
All right, good deal.
So it's helpful.
Well,
it's definitely helpful.
Any last thoughts? We're down to about our last 10, 20 seconds here.
Really? Goodness gracious, time flies. Everybody, time is running out. It's definitely running out. You need to get switched over. Channel 41 analog is going bye-bye. You will not get Channel 41 anymore in March. So if you want your local stations, you either need to get your digital TV or a converter box. Again, here's the phone number for Rod's TV one last time, because he can help you. There it is, Rod's TV. Give him a call. It's free. Please give him a tip if you're able to, and he will get you started in the right direction.
Excellent. Okay, well, that's it for today, folks. And pass the word along, excuse me, to those folks who aren't getting the signal, especially friends and neighbors on satellite. We got to get the word out there. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.